And so as you can see as the title, I'm gonna say a lot of people, Canada and United States, in Sweden, basically anyone with more or less European background, but obviously white people. It's okay to like T Series if you're white, like PewDiePie, if you're Indian, but you don't have to be against T Series because they're Indian. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with T Series. I know, an Indian channel is going to be taking the #1 spot. Oh no, the world is ending. It's fine, guys. It's okay. The big thing is that they're actually a corporation. That's what's the scary thing is first they make it harder for smaller content creators here to become content creators that are paid. And now corporations are taking over the channels, are becoming channels, and are getting in positions that we would hope to be, that we would want to be, right? Which I get it, it sucks. It's been made easier now than ever to become a content creator, and they're making it hard for small channels like my own to grow. Which, you know what, it does suck, and it hurts me, it hurts a lot of people, but at the end of the day, YouTube does what YouTube does. YouTube is YouTube, and they know they're big enough to do what they want, and they want to get into a few different places. They don't want to just be stuck within our continent, you know what I mean? They want to be all over the place. Which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them wanting to see what can happen with T Series. T Series is, from what I understand, very, very good, and honestly, they're thought of as similar to PewDiePie for that culture. Which I know we don't want to hear that, right? But it's very true. They are thought of as basically the kids there grew up watching him, and so it's really troll that. Try and say that it's not a good thing, like, because they're doing great. They're fine. They're a good channel. You back. So yeah, I wouldn't get too hung up on it. I know it's like the world is ending. PewDiePie, our golden baby, our golden child, the golden child. But what you gotta realize is that this is how companies work. They need to grow, or they're gonna fall down. They're gonna become smaller. And the last thing that you want is to go backwards. You always want to go forwards. You want to get bigger, not smaller.
Hostile UAV spotted.
It's literally one of the worst things that could happen to them. And I know they don't want that, and reasonably so, honestly, because honestly it'd be unreasonable to not want to be in other countries. Facebook is in other countries, and like it or not, social media needs to do what social media does, and it needs to diversify. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with them taking that for a while. There's nothing wrong with them taking that #1 spot, you know? Like, it happens. And if they get there, instead of being hateful, we should be proud. Regardless, because humans are humans. We are not constantly at war or anything of that nature. We're all together on this planet, and I know a lot of people don't like thinking of it that way, but that's the legitimacy of it, and we need to see it like that. We need to accept each other, not try to knock each other down, basically. Because at the end of the day, they are our brothers in the East, not our enemies in the East, and we gotta stop living like they're our enemies in the East, because it's not fair to them, for one. But it also just in general is not good for us as a culture. We need to care about each other. Things may be hard and you may dislike the situation, but at the end of the day, they're still humans, and like, I wouldn't want a single race to get eradicated. It's not who I am. And I would hope that, and I would hope that it's not who you are.
Friendly UAV inbound.
You fuck off, you fucking whore bitch. God damn it.
Friendly counter UAV inbound.
Gotcha.
Kill.
Bastard. But yeah, there is no real right reason for the hate. Bastards, motherfuck, man. Okay, but I think I'm gonna leave this game because I'm getting destroyed. And I don't want it to affect my KD, and if I leave now, then it won't. But at the end of the day, I would say you guys need to stop hating on T Series, because, well, I'd hate to say it, but Vivo is also a company, and it's also music, just like T Series. It's not as successful. It's the same basic principle. Now, if you can accept Vivo, you can accept T Series. T Series is doing wonderful, and obviously PewDiePie is still doing wonderful, regardless of whether he's behind, ahead, whether they're behind or ahead. There is absolutely nothing wrong with caring about both. You can have a preference too. You can like PewDiePie more, but still like T Series. You can like T Series more, but still like PewDiePie. You can really like neither too if you wanted. But you don't have to hate on each other either. PewDiePie's fans, that's great. Great. PewDiePie has a massive massive following, massive fans. And you know what, that's awesome. PewDiePie has been on that spot for almost a decade. And I think that was more so the goal than the 100 mil. I know he says it's the 100 mil, but I think he wanted to be #1 on YouTube for a decade. Because I know he was at 9 years. So he wanted to hold the reins for probably 10 years. Solid. But all good things come to an end, PewDiePie. And T Series, yes, you will probably, or possibly, not probably, possibly, you will possibly take that spot from our golden boy PewDiePie. But that's okay, because you're doing amazing work. You're a great content creator, cool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with PewDiePie. There's absolutely nothing wrong with any of us. But at the end of the day, we need to just stop fighting. Who cares, really? Like, why is everything a fight on this planet, you know? We can all get along. We can. There's more of a message than just that's all. Be friends, I swear. But that's nothing to be ashamed about. You can like people of different culture. You can like different cultures' creations. There's nothing wrong with anybody in Japan or China's content creations either. There's nothing wrong with anybody's in Russia's or England's. I like Dexter Manning. Dexter Manning's English. I like a lot of American content creators. I like Canadian content creators. I'm not gonna say that I'm a fan of T Series, but I'm gonna say that someone that's white had to stand up for them too. It can't just be the Indians, their own population, standing up for them. Who cares? Let them be number one for once. Like, it's been a long time that white people have been number one for a lot of things, and it's not fair. And there's a lot of times where white people won't even include multiple other races. Now, I'm not saying that's all of us white people as a whole, but a lot of political leaders that are white only include other political leaders that are white. So, I don't know. I'd just say that it's a good move on YouTube. It'll be good for YouTube should T Series become and remain the number one spot. And there's nothing wrong with their Swedish golden boy, but all good things come to an end. And T Series, just know this: yes, you will probably take PewDiePie over, and if you do, that's great. But know this: we're coming for you. You're not gonna remain there forever. I could see you being longer than 9 years for sure. You guys could definitely hold that spot for a long time, but you're not gonna stay there forever. But that's all I wanted to say. Congrats T Series, congrats PewDiePie for holding that number one spot for so long. And that's all I want to say. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.